If you have or are considering buying a DJI Mini 3 Pro, it has the great obstacle avoidance, but maybe there is a situation you would like to turn that rather off. Today's video has been brought to you by the letter M for mosquitoes, which are all around here. But let's not get bogged down with that. Let's talk about flying a drone in a confined spaces. I have 3 tips for you how to keep your drone alive in a forest like this. My first piece of advice would be checking the surroundings in advance if possible. You can take a little walk here in the forest and check out, especially for those tiny little tree branches which are really hard to see. When you are flying, I would recommend you to stay behind your drone and keep a sharp lookout of your flight path. That way you can avoid a crash. And if you look at the video up there, you can see that the propellers of DJI Mini 3 Pro are made of chocolate. So to avoid an operation, change the propellers, maybe just keep sharp lookout instead. My tip number 2 are the settings of the drone itself. Since the newest firmware, we can go to the menus and check here at the gain and expo tuning the speed the drone is flying. If we go to Cine mode, we can set the speed, the flying speed, all the way down to 1 meter per second, which equals about 3 feet per second if you use imperial units. And that way we can fly really slow. And here's a tip. If you don't have any flowing water, moving cars or moving people in your shot, you can always speed up in post. We can also set the brake sensitivity of the drone all the way up to 150, so that when you let go of the joystick, the drone will stop on a dime. Of course, it's not gonna give you the most cinematic, smoothest footage when you set the brake sensitivity so high. But I'd rather accept a little bit jerkiness in the footage instead of crashing somewhere when the drone flies all the way up to Manchester or Munich or Massachusetts when you let go of the joystick. Before the third and the final tip, I really would appreciate if you leave a comment down below your flying tips in a confined spaces, and maybe even consider giving this channel a subscription if you like. That would be really appreciated. And the obstacle avoidance system then, why would you turn that off? When we are flying in a confined space, like here in the forest, I'd rather turn that off, because if you set it on a bypass, for example, it's gonna fly over or around an obstacle it detects. And that can lead to another obstacle and you might crash. So I really recommend turning the obstacle avoidance off to have a total control of your drone, and instead of relying on the obstacle avoidance system, trusting on your eyes and your fingers. So keep a sharp lookout, fly slow, be aware of your surroundings and avoid all the obstacles by yourself. I hope you will have nice flights and confidence to fly in a confined spaces after watching this. I hope you have nice time with your drone, keep safe, and until I feel like posting a next video, goodbye.